It's Hoodrich Radio. It's DJ Scream on your airways. Moran is here. We have a special guest in the building, man, for the Superstar Check-In. Actor extraordinaire. He goes by the name of Jermel Howard. You've seen him on your screen.
Welcome.
Welcome to Hoodrich Radio. Welcome to the ATL, my brother. How are you feeling?
Oh, good. Great, man. Great, man. Anytime you wake up alive, it's a good day, baby.
There you go. Now, let's do a little bragging on him, Moran. You know, he's Zoe from the first Purge. Shamik from Marvel's Luke Cage. Brains from Power Season 4.
Yes, on
Rest
Power.
in peace, Brains, man.
Rest in peace, Power.
Rest in peace, Brains.
Yeah, Brains is single-handedly a big reason why we all hate Tariq. So, you know, he's single-handedly one of the reasons why.
Right. I definitely can co-sign that. People still cursing me out right now.
Yeah. How does it feel watching the show now that you can't be a part of it?
Oh, it's horrible.
How's it feel
man.
to be up in heaven with Raina?
Dang, man. She goes. At least she came down though. For a split second,
She made it right.
It's dope though because I was a fan of the show before I ever even got on. So even when I was on the show, I didn't want to see none of the script that I wasn't in. You know, the episodes that I wasn't in, I didn't want to see the script. You know, I go to the reads and I'm like, I go eat or something while they. Doing it. I don't want to see it. Tariq, I still talk to Tariq. It's a friend of mine, and I don't ask him nothing.
Right.
I don't want to know.
You want to be entertained like everybody else.
Absolutely.
So do you hate Angela as much as everybody hates Angela in real life?
You know what? Not in real life.
Like on the show, like when you're watching the show.
Yeah. You know what? I'm kind of liking her now.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not a villain anymore.
I said that last season.
That's why they're creating Dre is becoming
a
villain as Angela's kind of becoming like an accomplice.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
like, bro, like everybody on the show is a victim of ghosts. So
That's
you can't hate. Like you really, except Tariq. It's like you can't hate everybody.
That's right. That's a fact. And I'm kind of liking her now. She knows that she's against some stuff too, so she's got to protect herself, but she got to protect them to protect herself.
Right. Absolutely.
Everybody get a little dirty on Power.
That's right.
Everybody.
That's right. That's what make it good.
Yeah. Now tell us about actor life, man. A lot of people, when they look at musicians, they don't see a lot of the work that goes on in the studio. A lot of times, when you're an actor, they only see Hollywood and only see the glitzy stuff. But tell us about some of the grind and the mud.
Yeah, man.
With the acting situation.
A lot of people they see the shine and don't see the grind, like you said. So I definitely have came a long way in that and starting in that. I remember like a time people be like, this guy said to me one time, he hit me on the gram and was like, yo man, you lucky. And I was like, ain't no such thing as luck.
Word,
you know what I'm saying? Like I worked to get here. So and I remember times where like I was down to my last $20 and would take it and hit the city. And one time I literally had $25 and I'm like telling my ex, hey, listen, I want to go to this audition, and you know what I'm saying, it's far, you know what I'm saying, and she like, listen, why would you, it's a 50-50, like, why would you waste your money, and you might not get it,
right?
And it killed me right there, because I'm like,
so y'all broke up, right?
Absolutely. I was like, you don't believe?
Yeah, she gotta go.
She don't believe in the
You
vision.
don't believe that I can do it? So you saying it's a chance I can't do it?
Crazy.
So, but I end up booking that, and that was my first movie. It was The Brave One with Jodie Foster and Terrence Howard.
No doubt.
And if I would have listened to her, I definitely wouldn't.
Still be on the couch with her, bro.
Right.
No Power.
At McDonald's with her or something, So at the end of the day, it's a grind, man. But as long as you got 120% into it, I think that everything comes together. So people get discouraged a little bit when some stuff don't go right. But you got 100 in it, you're gonna see 100 come out of it at some point.
Who's your highest inspiration or influence when it comes to acting, and have you met that person?
There are two. One is Denzel Washington. Yeah,
okay.
and I've met him.
You got a chance to meet him. Okay.
Yeah, I got a chance to meet him on the set of American Gangster, which was the second thing I did. I was on the scene in American Gangster, and when I met him, he was like staring at me. He was like staring. I'm like, is Denzel staring at me? Like, why is he staring? And then I moved, and he was still staring in the same spot. So I'm like, oh. He was going into character, like he was going in. He wasn't even. He was
trying to Frank Lucas.
Oh wow! I was looking at Frank. You know what I'm saying?
You.
And he was looking through me.
Yeah.
So and I picked that up, and now I kind of use that as a opening to me getting into method acting. I picked that up, and but my other one is Idris Elba. I haven't met him yet.
Okay.
But I've met some friends of his that been trying to kind of like connect us, but he's been in the UK a lot, so when he gets back over, I'm probably gonna meet him.
What advice would you give to aspiring actors? Because a lot of them just think like, I just got to go to LA and just be there and just grind and just do casting and so forth? Man. Like, is it more so like, of course we know talent is important, but is it like a who you know type of situation? Right place, right time?
No, well, everything is right place, right time. Time is the most important thing in anything anybody doing is timing. I'm gonna tell you this. I moved to LA with $300. Like, I'm going to LA. This is where it's at. Wow. Everybody there. I'm out. And I went to $300.
It ain't gonna last you that long.
It ain't gonna last.
No, I was just there.
Right. Not gonna last you long at all, man. And so I stayed with a friend of mine. He was a publicist, and he said, you could. I paid him out for a couple weeks and was like, yo, I'm probably gonna book. I had ultimate confidence. I'm gonna book something, and I didn't book anything, and it was getting rough, and I was going to this coffee shop every day, and I met this lady, and she, every day I try to get some work, and I wasn't getting nothing, so I would start writing, typing, writing my own movie, and she's like, what are you doing? I see you here every day, she sit in the same spot. I said, I'm writing a movie because I can't get in one, so I'm gonna write my own,
right.
So she was like, well, that's not how you do it, and she taught me, and she was a writer for Law and Order, she taught me for free. And it didn't work out. Like, I ended up having to come back to New York, but I am shopping and sitting with something. One of a film that I wrote, Blame It on the Hustle, got picked up, and they got like Mekhi Phifer and Ving Rhames in it. And but the jewel is that you went there for one thing and thinking something's gonna happen, and the universe aligns something else. So when people are attacking the business, they really you got to really look at it like, I'm gonna absorb whatever the universe aligns for me and just flow with it. You know what I'm saying? And things are open up. If you truly doing what you love to do and you got 100% in it, things are open up. Like, it can't, even if it looked real bad for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I bumped into this lady, and I end up learning a skill for free. And when I got back to New York, it was a skill that I used that actually worked. You know what I'm saying? And then it brought me into a circle of other people that I end up getting more acting work, and things start to happen. So the universe aligns, man. You just gotta flow with it. So people that's doing it, man, don't however it look. As long as you in it 100%, you're gonna fall into where you're supposed to be.
I've been saying of late, embrace the grind and the process.
Absolutely.
Don't just focus on the end result.
Yeah, you can't do that, man.
Gotta practice before the W.
Absolutely. It's nothing gonna come like that. It's nothing gonna come easy like that. Especially if it's something that you gonna value later. It's made that way. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to have value, if I gave my brother a car and he crashed and he got a dent in it, and he paid for it.
Right.
If he worked hard to get that, and he like, I'm not gonna, my tires, you hit my car, man. He gonna put up a little more, fight for it because he value it a little more. So you value what you go through a little more.
Word. How you feel about this time right now for black actors as a whole?
Oh man, as Hollywood would say, we in style. You know what I'm saying? So it's beautiful for us right now because it's something that everybody already knew. We are talented. You know what I'm saying? And we are behind a lot of things. Director wise, producer wise. But now is the time that we on the forefront because the biggest projects believe now. You know what I'm saying? The biggest producers, the directors believe in us now. So, and the biggest networks believe in us now to take the chance. And it's amazing. It's a great time right now, man.
Absolutely.
The first Purge slays 100 million plus worldwide.
Yes.
What were your thoughts and feelings when you heard about the success of the first Purge?
Big check.
Oh, man. I was thinking at first, when we shot it, I was like, man, they gonna be mad at this one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for it to do the numbers, man, it just proves that we can do what we supposed to do. What we came to do, we did it. And it's universal. That's the UK, that's America. So it's doing great, man. And I feel that everybody kind of especially where we at with this president, I feel like everybody kind of getting that nervous feeling like this is possible.
They say movies sometimes predict our future.
Absolutely. The writers know something, So I think that, it's amazing to be a part of something that even breaking history is breaking, because for horror movies that don't usually happen, except for the Blair Witch Project. They did high numbers because they only shot it with $10.
Right.
First of its kind.
So it's doing good. Shout out to Blumhouse Productions. They do a great job.
Now, what's some ghetto habits of yours, man? What's the ratchet side, man? What's some things you're into that we might not know about, like some hood-ish?
Some hood-ish.
Yeah, man, because we saw you hanging out with Kanan, so you clearly something in there, bro.
The hood-ish. I'm still hitting the strip clubs.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you're in a perfect place for that.
Yeah, I know. This is the hometown of them. So, yeah, I'm still in the strip clubs. The hood, I mean, basically everything hood about me is just polished. It's still the same.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. What's something you eat that you know you ain't supposed to be eating? You know it ain't no good for you, but you just got to have it.
I ain't going to lie. I'm from New York, so pizza.
And icy, that type of situation?
Yeah, I'm trying to and I'm trying to train and trim up and all of that for trying to get, these superhero roles and stuff. But when I walk past the pizza parlor, and I know that, see, I'm a big fan of black people are not supposed to eat cheese or milk. We're not supposed
right there.
Definitely not supposed to have that.
Right there.
But it's just something about pizza, man.
Oh, it's the smell.
Yeah, it's
it's a conspiracy in New York. It's like the smell just perfectly hits your senses, and you're
absolutely.
like, oh, one slice won't hurt me.
And one slice, and it's two slices.
Right.
But they trick you because they give it to you. They give you a big plate with like two big slices that's like the size of like Shaq feet.
Right.
And, and it's how much is it? $1.03.
Yeah. Perfect,
and you can get a soda.
priced.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
$5 you can eat good.
What you gonna say? No.
I'm getting 2 slices of that. I'm just not gonna have a soda.
Yeah. Now we were talking about this a little bit earlier on the show, man. We were just saying like, a lot of the current music doesn't seem to be sticking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes with like certain movies too, like we can all go back to the 90s, 80s and identify Coming to America or identify this album or that album. Mm-hmm. What recently do you think were like classic bodies of work musically and in the movie respect?
You know what? I like Drake. I like Drake album.
Scorpion?
Yeah, I like Drake album. I think that's kind of sticking. He went a classic route with finding the Michael Jackson sound bites.
And having the courage to do a double effort.
Yes,
a double album.
which was classically,
right.
Pac and Big went that route, and nobody's trying to do it since.
Right.
But that was dope. So I admire that. And the film wise, like I think right now, I think that we in a good place because I think that like. As far as on the music side, and back to Drake, I think that he's the only one that's like, to me, I mean, there's a lot of classic rappers to me, like you got your Kendrick with the classic style, but I think that Drake is really is one that's.
He's the one.
Like he's
Period.
the one. Like I think
he's the one.
I really, and I'm trying to go in my head
because it's like we know he's from Canada and he's not from here.
Yeah, you don't want to
give him to be from here, and I'm from New York, and I want him to be from New York.
He doesn't wear Timberland boots. He's not from the projects.
And then you listen to the Beef records too, and it's he's not playing.
He's not.
Yeah,
I gotta give it to Drake.
He's putting in the work, and we talked about that.
Yeah. And what was the other side of it on the
classic movies? Like coming to. So everybody wants to remake classic movies. Like, should we redo Coming to America? Bad Boy. Should we redo what's the kid in play? House Party. No, leave it alone, man. Leave it alone.
But I'm gonna tell you what's something funny about that. I don't know if you know the comedian, the Commodore. He did a lot of funny stuff. He was one that mocked Soulja Boy when he got Soulja Boy can't come to the hood.
Right,
He's the one that did that. So me and him did a couple of skits, but we did a Juice skit. But I seen a picture. Somebody tagged me on a picture with me as Q, Rotimi as
I ain't gonna lie.
No. Leave Juice alone.
Who gonna be Pac though?
The dude that played Pac.
No.
So I ain't saying that I agree. I would take the check.
Financially, we want that for you.
I would take the check.
But this is the thing, right? Because you getting up there with the pen game, so it's an opportunity for you to make a new style.
Absolutely,
of that type,
absolutely. Yeah. But if they call me,
if they call you, get the bag. If they call you, get the bag.
Yeah. But I'm traditional too. I would say leave those films alone, and just and create another. Like Martin is trying to do another Martin. When I think you missed the boat for that, you should have never even fell off of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to think of your average 12, 13-year-old don't know nothing we talking about right now.
That is a fact.
When they're watching this, what are y'all talking about?
But you know what's the other side of that is that those are the only things that's right now, if you look at, you can still look at Martin right now. It's syndicated. You can look at all of those classic shows right now, but there's not a lot of classic shows that were made now are going to get syndicated. And
You don't think
why is that?
you don't think any of the shows now could, you don't think Blackish could potentially?
Well, Blackish, I do think that. I do think Blackish is one of the few that could. None of the reality shows I don't think is going to be syndicated.
Because the thing is, I feel like, and that was another question I was going to ask you. I do feel like right now we're in an era where it's like a new renaissance of black shows because we got Blackish and we got Insecure,
yes,
Power, and even on like Netflix, we got Dear White People. All the thing is, they're cursing a lot, but I really do feel like right now we're in a new renaissance era.
Absolutely. I think that we can grab a couple, but I think that because of the Netflix and things like that kind of like hurts the opportunity for them to get syndicated because everybody would rather go through a Netflix now.
That's real.
Then you on. It's like you on more. You get to be in the light more if you're on Netflix because it's there. You have to wait for programming if you're on NBC or on and you don't have to wait for programming for Netflix. I can go to it anytime I want. Go see me right now on So that kind of like kills it for a lot of people because you're gonna get those good shows on Netflix rather than on the network.
That's a part.
Okay. Jermel, man, we appreciate you pulling up the Hoodrich Radio. Let everybody know what you got coming up for the rest of the summer 18, bro, brother.
Yes. Well, I'm up for a superhero role, so put it in the air.
Black Panther 2. Black Panther 2.
Yeah, put that in the universe. You know what I'm saying? But right now it's all about the Purge. So make sure y'all get in the theaters and see the Purge before they pull it. Right now, we at 100 million. It's probably at 120 now. But I play Zoe in that. So come go support your boy. I am taking everybody to the theaters this week, so hit me, and anybody that didn't see it, we're gonna go to the movies and see it this week. So hit me up.
And finally, man, before you give everybody your IG, but before you do that, a message to people who use Fire Sticks.
Oh man, listen.
Final message. From an actor himself that grinds it out in the mud.
I ain't gonna lie, family members I done had to really, bro, you gonna fire stick me, bro, really stop doing that to black content, please. 'Cause we need the numbers. We need you to show up, and we need to see the numbers. We can't see it if you're doing fire stick and all
in
that
the happy
stuff,
space.
man.
And I'm keeping it a buck. If I'm going to glance at Fire Stick, I'm just going to buy the ticket online. I might not go, but I'll just buy
the ticket, at least so the numbers are show, man. We need to see
it.
those numbers, man. Like right now, you look at movies like Avatar. Avatar grossed $1 billion, $1 billion, and we have yet to do a movie that do that. You know what I'm saying? Except for a movie that's attached to Marvel. You know, like Black Panther almost broke it. You know what I'm saying? But movies like that, we don't get a chance to really see it. So it's because we are the bootleg kings. Like we want to go to the Chinese spot and then buy the DVDs back in the day. 2 for $5, 3 for $15.
To the barbershop.
You know what I'm saying? The barbershop. So we have to show up, man, and so that way we can get them numbers, man.
Okay.
All right.
That's what it is. Big shouts out to Jermel Howard. Give me your IG real quick before you run out.
It's my name is Jermel Howard. Jermel Howard. That's on Instagram. That's on Facebook, and it's Jermel Howard -TV on Snapchat.
Okay. That's what it is. We appreciate you pulling up on Hoodrich Radio, my brother. It's 96.7 The Beat. Keep us locked.
It's Hoodrich Radio. You better not change the station.